Before the video starts, I just want to let everybody know that the only reason why I uploaded those Cars videos was because I was messing about. I'm not going to be uploading any more Cars videos, so if you're expecting those, I apologize, but there's not going to be any more of those, and that's really all I want to say about that. I also wanted to let you guys know that I have Call of Duty gameplay rolling in the background throughout the video. The reason for this is that I didn't want you guys to have to look at still images throughout the entire video, and yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Hope you guys enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? Total Drama here today, bringing you another video, and in this video I am doing Total Drama plans that never happen. I'm doing this again. I did this before around August, and that video actually did really well. It got almost 2,000 views, around 1.7 thousand views, which is a lot of views for my channel, so thank you guys so much for that. And I also gained a lot of subscribers off of it, and you guys seem to enjoy it, so I thought I may as well do it again. And in this video, I am going to be talking about some of the same stuff, well actually most of the same stuff that I did in the original video, but this time I'm actually going to have all the information that I need, because last time that video was really unprepared, and I just kind of made it out of the blue, and I didn't really have all the information that I needed, but now I do, and I have all the information to back up everything that I'm saying, and I also, 100% know what I'm talking about. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So the first thing that I want to talk about in this video was something that I did talk about in the last video, and this is people who were supposed to be in All-Stars but weren't. The two people that were supposed to be in All-Stars but weren't were Anne Maria and Brick, and I actually have who they were supposed to be in over. Anne Maria was supposed to be in over Gwen. She was supposed to replace Gwen, so Gwen would not have been in All-Stars, and Brick was supposed to replace Sam, so Sam would not have been in All-Stars. And let me know in the comments down below how you think that would have changed the season. Do you think that would have made the season better? Do you think it would have made it worse? Let me know in the comments down below. Speaking of All-Stars, the next thing I want to talk about in this video, I did talk about it in the last video, but I was kind of unprepared when I talked about it. So this is why Courtney lost in All-Stars, and she lost because of essentially creative differences. All the writers on All-Stars liked Courtney and basically wanted her to win, except for one, and that is the infamous Ed McDonald. He's fired for being a bad writer, but he is the reason why Courtney lost in All-Stars. He's the reason for the episode Sunday Muddy Sunday, and a couple other episodes like Moon Madness, and just really bad episodes. And so yeah, blame Ed McDonald for Courtney being eliminated in All-Stars, because he's the reason why. Speaking of Courtney, this isn't really something that was supposed to happen in Total Drama. This is just kind of like a cool fun fact. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Courtney actually had a different voice actress for the first two episodes. That's right, it was actually Rochelle Wilson. I don't know if I pronounced that name correctly, but she was the voice of Courtney for the first two episodes. And she was obviously replaced by Emily Claire Barlow, who has been with Total Drama ever since. And Emily Claire Barlow has gone on to voice a couple other people. Actually, I think she only voiced one. She voiced Elodie in Redonkulous Race. I don't know if she voiced anybody else in Redonkulous Race, but Emily Claire Barlow has been with Total Drama since then. And the original voice actress of Courtney, Rochelle Wilson, actually voices Sugar, which is interesting. That's pretty different characters. You know, you wouldn't expect somebody to voice Sugar and Courtney because those voices are completely different, but I don't know, that's kind of cool. The next thing I want to talk about is something that I talked about in the last video. Again, I'm just going to briefly discuss this because I messed it up quite a bit. I talked about how Total Drama Reloaded was supposed to be a season, and that it may or may not have been the season with all the contestants. I didn't know. Well, now I do know that Total Drama Reloaded was not the season with all the contestants. That was just the original name for Revenge of the Island, but there was actually supposed to be a season with the first two generations, but I'm not sure of the name. It was obviously scrapped for being too much work, but I'm not sure of the name, but it was supposed to happen. The next thing that I want to talk about is actually a pretty big deal, and this is that the island was supposed to stay toxic in Total Drama All-Stars. So you guys know how in Revenge of the Island was toxic. Chris rented it out to some kind of power plant or nuclear plant, something like that, and the island was just absolutely destroyed. It was just completely toxic. Well, the Fukushima nuclear disaster in Japan, which took place around 2011, which 2011 would have been whenever they made Revenge of the Island. They probably finished Revenge of the Island before this disaster took place. But anyways, Revenge of the Island obviously aired in 2012, but you gotta make it before that. But anyways, they had a nuclear disaster in Japan, and so many bad things were happening because of this, the toxic waste and everything in Japan, that they thought that it was just not right to have it in the cartoon, because it kind of seemed like they were mocking it, and they just thought that it was unnecessary and inappropriate to have in the cartoon, so they obviously removed it and made the island normal in All Stars. The last thing that I want to talk about is another huge thing that was supposed to happen, and this was that Lindsay was supposed to win Total Drama Action. And I know that's absolutely crazy. You guys are probably thinking, what? Yeah, she was supposed to win. Beth was not supposed to win Action. In fact, Beth was supposed to be eliminated in the episode that Lindsay was eliminated, but Lindsay ended up giving her life in the game for Beth. And there's not really any information that I have as to why this is. I'm pretty sure it was just creative differences. Somebody in the comments mentioned that it was because Stephanie Mills was offered a better job and she had to leave the show to go do that, and so they kind of trashed her character. I don't really know if that's true or not. For those of you who don't know, Stephanie Mills voices Lindsay. But yeah, I don't really know why Lindsay did not win Action. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99.9% sure that it was because of creative differences. But anyways, yeah, comment down below what you guys think. Would you have liked Lindsay to win Action over Beth? Me personally, I would have loved Lindsay to win Action over Beth. Duncan and Beth finale was not really all that special. A Duncan and Lindsay finale would have been really cool though. And that's gonna do it for the video today, guys. Please like the video if you did enjoy. Comment down below what you think of some of this stuff. How do you think it would have impacted the show? Because let's be real, this is some big news. A lot of this stuff is huge. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. We're getting super close to 700 subscribers. We're only like 13 away or something like that. So please help me get that. And like I just said, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Hope you guys have yourselves a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching this video. Peace out.